Okay, so now we are going to start with the topic standard input, output, and pipes. So here we can see we have three input output channels for any program. One, the input which we can give by the keyboard by default, and when we give any input we get either output or error, so that we get on terminal window by default. Okay, now whenever we execute any command we get error and output, but when we run any script, in that script we get either error or output. Okay, and a script is a series of command, so that's why we will have full there will be a mixing of error and output. So for some correct strings what we have mentioned, we will have output, and for the incorrect we'll get error. Like for example, if you go inside here and add some wrong commands. Okay, like this, some correct, some incorrect commands are there. So in this case, where we have some correct and incorrect command, and when we are going to run it, we are getting error, output, everything on this screen. Okay, but when we want to filter it, then for the filtration we have three operators: greater than, two greater than, and greater than. Okay, so first one is to redirect output to a file, second is to redirect error to a file, and third one is to redirect everything to a file. Okay, so let us see the same. Greater than, I'm giving file 1. So here you see we got only error, output is not there. Okay, so output is here, error is on the screen. So output is redirected to a file, whatever file name you give. Let us see. So here we can see the output is saved here. Now I want to redirect error. Output should be on the screen, so I will use two greater than. So you see output is on the screen and error is redirected in file 2. Similarly, I want to redirect everything, then I have to use the operator and greater than file 3. If I go and check, see everything is redirected. Okay. Now, if we use the same file name, then it is suggested to use double greater than instead of single greater than. If you use single greater than, it will override the existing content by default. Okay. Same here, they have given example like we are using find, whatever output comes, we filter, error filter, and filter both, like that also they have given. Next is piping. So what exactly is a pipe? So pipe is like a connector for the command. So it is used to connect two commands, two or more commands. So in this, what is going to happen? Output of one command, or you can say output of first command, will become input for second command. And like that, we can connect multiple commands in a chain to execute any complex task. Okay. So here we will not see, if we execute like this, we will not see output of first command on the screen. We will directly see output of second command on the screen. Okay. If there is any error in the first command, it will not cross the pipe. So directly we will get the error. Okay. Like suppose we have three commands here. So if suppose first is okay, second command is having error, then after second it will not move for third. Here only we will get the error. Okay. The same thing is written. Error is not forwarded across pipe. So let us see some example of this piping. Okay. So suppose if I write calendar 2025, some of the output has gone up. So what I want to see it page by page. So calendar 2025 pipe. So whatever output comes, then less command. Less command is used to display page by page. So output is going to be input for less command. You see now it started page by page. So we can scroll with the up and down arrow key and we can see it. And to exit queue. Similarly, when we open any file which is very long, like vi, sorry, as you see, okay, so we can scroll like this. But without this less, if you use, you will see 50% of output has gone up. Now the next is like we have one file here, mm, mango. Okay, so cat space mango. It is showing this. There is a command cat space mango piping translate A to Z means small to capital letter. Now you see. So whatever output came from this is given as an input for this translation command. What to translate? So whatever output comes, you have to translate. Similarly, we have a option here like ls minus l. Lot of output is coming. Okay, you want to filter and see page by page, or like email. You are sending email. Echo what mail you want to send. The message. Then pipe. So this message has to be emailed. Okay. What is the subject and what is the recipient email address, receiver email address. This one is the LPR line printer, which is used to print out in Linux through command line. So this message I want directly print out on paper. Test print. Piping LPR. So whatever is my default printer, it will print through that printer. If I want to specify a specific printer, I'll use minus capital P and printer name. Next is if you want to uh, combine multiple outputs of multiple commands, then we use this thing. And using pipe and list, we can see line by line. Okay, just a minute. गुस्सा तो चली गई। जाओ जाओ खाना खाओ जल्दी। जल्दी जाओ, 8:30 हो गया। जाओ, मम्मा अपने से खिला देगी। अच्छा, आपा बदमाशी करी है ना, मम्मा जा रही है अपने से खिला देगी, जाओ। Okay. So now let us see how to combine multiple commands together. Inside that, suppose I want to see the output of 2025, then I want to see ls space minus l, then I want to see output of cat space mango. Okay, these all output piping. Yes. Now you see, first I started for calendar 2025, then ls space minus l, then this is the output of mango file. Okay, so like this we can combine multiple commands output together. Now the next is redirecting to multiple targets. Like whatever output comes from one command, I want to save the output and again forward parallelly the same output as an input for second command. For that purpose we use t command. use we use it to troubleshoot complex pipelines. Means generally what happen when we use the pipes, where is the problem? So at every point I want to take the output or capture the output in a file. For that purpose we use t command. Okay, so let us see. We got directly output of second command, and output of first command is inside the result file. Okay, so like this we can use. Similarly, redirecting a standard input from a file. So just now we have seen this command where output of translation command, okay, output of this file goes as an input for this command. Same thing we can use like this, less than, and the file name means it will take directly input from the file. Okay, so this is redirecting input from a file. Okay. Next is if you want to send multiple lines as an input, then what you can do, you can use the command email subject, whatever is the subject, email id, and double less than end. Okay, enter, then you have to use so just after this End means it is the last word of the message. Just hit enter, write the messages, enter, and whatever you want, that much line you will get. But when you give the last word and hit enter, it will send the email. Okay. So this is redirecting multiple lines from the keyboard. Now the next is for loop scripting. So for loop scripting is used when you want to repeat a set of tasks, the same task for all, then you use for loop script. Okay. So here I am going to write a script to create multiple user at the same time. Okay. For name, name here is a variable. Raju, Rajesh, Ramesh, Rakesh, Ritesh, like this. We can have multiple names. Then, sorry, that is a mistake again. So we have to write a script. So here only I am going to change. Okay. Ritesh. Okay. Then do user add dollar name. Okay, so this name, which is the variable for this, what it has to do, this one. Then I am saying to, after once it is done, then display a message user dollar name created successfully. Okay, work is done. You see, all the users are created successfully. PassWD is a file which contains user information. So here we can see these all users are created. Okay. Now with the same script, if I want to delete this all, okay. So now these all users are deleted. Okay. So this is how we can use it. Another example to use the same, that here name Joe Jane Julie. Address again is the variable. For this it will fetch the name from this name variable, so $name @example.com, the email address. Then the message, same message I want to send to all, project due today. So for this variable, this is the value. Now echo $message pipe mail subject reminder to $address. So it will repeatedly send the same message to all these three. Okay. So this is how for loop is going to work. So till now things are clear. Do you have any questions? Okay. Now moving to text processing tool. Okay. So text processing tool is what? Text processing tool is used to process the text file, and some of the output which you will see in this text processing tool will change only in the output. It will not change in the file. Okay. So first command cat and less, which we have already seen. Less to see one page at a time. Cat to create file, to see the content of the file. Okay. Then it comes head and tail. So if you use head command, so head by default displays first 10 lines of any file. If you specify the number you want to see, then that much line it will show first, that much lines. Similarly, if you use the tail command, it will display last 10 lines of the file, and when you specify the number, that much number of files it will show. Okay. Next is grep. So what is the use of grep? Grep is very useful, like when you want to filter anything from the output, okay, or you want to grep anything from the file. For example, grep word, the lines where this word root matches from the file etc parsewd. So grep will fetch from here also, from output also, okay, wherever we have the output, okay, and then use the pipe grep and give the word, so it will grep and show you the exact outputs. Okay, like for example, there is a one command called mount, which displays which device, which partition is mounted where. I want to grep where is the boot partition or boot word, show me. So it is showing, you see, that partition number one on boot folder, this is the type and how it is mapped. So output of any command, I want to filter with any word, for that we use grep, or I want to fetch any lines which contain the matching words from that file, so it will do that also. Okay. Okay. Now the next we have cut command. What is the use of cut command? So cut command will display a specific column of the file. So this is showing us a row of a file or line of the file which matches that word, and it will display the column. So here what we have to do, we have to create a file. Okay, like let me first delete some extra files that it creates a lot of confusion. Rm minus rf Asia, then banana, Bangalore, f asterisk, Paul Tipat result testing. Okay, so I'll create one file vis space report here in the insert mode, name, salary, designation, Raju. Now we have a file like this where columns are separated with a colon. So cut minus d delimiter, columns separated with what? Column separated with here colon. So d delimiter specifies with which symbol this column is separated. Then minus f, f means field, field means column here. So which column you want to see? I want to see 1 and 3. Then file name. You see. Similarly, I want to see 1 and 2. Okay. For this purpose, we use cut command. Okay. So cut displays column of file. Just now moving to the next, that is tools for analyzing the text. That is WC, okay, word count. Okay. WC space word, we have to give the file name. So mango, you can see 7 line, 98 word, 476 characters, like this. I want to see only lines. Minus L, 7 lines, minus W, 98 words, and minus C, 476 characters. Okay. Now the next, after this, short. For this shorting, it will short lines of a file based on the alphabets or number. So I am going to create a file in a different way. This, instead of writing many lines, I will write the names. So like this, just assume that these all are the lines. If you want to short, You can see all is sorted as per the alphabetical order. If you want to do it a reverse sort, minus R. Okay. You want to see only unique lines, minus U. Okay. It will remove the duplicate lines from the file. And if you want to count unique space, minus, so it will show which line is repeated how many times. Okay. So this is the use of sort. But whatever change you see, that is only in the current file. Okay. If you open your file, it is as it is. Okay. Now there is another command called diff. So what is the use of diff? Diff command is used to compare between two files. Sometimes what happens, we compare with any sample file whether the configuration is same to same or not. Okay, or compare with the backup file. So watching line by line that where is the change, it is very tedious work. So instead what we can do, we can use the diff command to find out this all. Okay, so let us create two files which will have some different lines. Okay, so let us go with the same report. So copy, just I have to take one call. Assalamu alaikum. वो हमारी मामी है, उनको गॉल ब्लैडर में पत्थर डिटेक्ट हुआ है प्लस किडनी में भी। जी, अब पता नहीं, रिपोर्ट तो नहीं, मामा से सुबह पूछे थे कि तुम कहाँ दिखा रहे थे अपने पत्थर के लिए, तो फिर मैंने बताया आपके बारे में। नहीं, दवा खत्म हुई है अभी, मतलब एक सिर्फ वो टैबलेट वाली एक दवा अभी थोड़ी बची हुई है, तो इस वीक में करा लेंगे। इधर आकर के लेफ्ट साइड में नाभि के नीचे हल्का हल्का कभी कभार पेन रहता है, तो इधर है कि थोड़ा भाग दौड़ भी ज्यादा है, हो सकता है लेफ्ट साइड में है। हाँ, हाँ, राइट साइड तो निकल गया था। हाँ, अच्छा। हम्म, जी, 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 जी। ठीक है, हम रिपोर्ट मंगवा लेते हैं पहले। ठीक है, हम उनका रिपोर्ट मंगवा। जावेद साहब थे। हाँ, कि मामू वो लोग बोले कि पहले रिपोर्ट मंगवा लीजिए फिर पेशेंट को भेजिएगा, क्योंकि गोल ब्लैडर का जल्दी निकलता नहीं। Okay, so now what I'm going to do, copy the same file with another name also. So I don't need to write the same report 1, and here I'll change. So I've made some changes in both the lines. So here diff space report space report 1. Okay. So here you can see it is showing there is a difference in line number 1 and line number 4. And what is the difference? We are able to see the line which are common, it is not showing any difference there. Okay. Now this is the spell check which was used earlier in earlier version of Linux. Now it's not used. This was just to check the spelling mistakes. Next is translation, which we have already seen the translation command and its uses to translate capital to small, small to capital. And the last is our SED, search and replace. So generally we do the search and replace inside the VI editor, but if you want to search and replace only in output, okay. So first cat mango, you see a lot of things are there. Now I want to search and replace search easily in hard, okay, slash global and the file mango. So here you can see the easily is converted into hard. Same thing here, 1 to 5 only. So you can see it is changed to line number 1 to 5. Okay. So this is how the search and replace is going to work. But if you open the file mango, output is as it is. Okay. So till here we had the text processing tool and input, output and pipes. So do you have any question? Next class we will cover default and a special permission. Okay. So are you doing practice at home or you are enjoying the weather? I think most of you are enjoying the weather and not doing practice. So tomorrow we'll cover this day 8, then we'll move to day 10.